Good morning to all of those tuning in. This is the Rebel Lemon, and today we're back to playing Coffee Talk. So last time we messed up so many drinks. I think I only ended up getting one out of all the drinks I made correct. Kind of embarrassing. And two, our elf boy, Bailey's, actually came back. And we actually got to hear more about his past and his side of the relationship. And we got to hear more perspective on the relationship too, which gives us more insight on what's going on and what could be done, you know? But with that being said, let's get right back into it and see what kind of hijinks we're gonna get into. Not gonna lie, I kind of want the spaceman to come back, who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally. Okay, that's good, right? Kinda. The downside of that is if there's not enough supply, or if it's not cheap enough, then there's gonna be a lot of werewolves going into Fury, which could be problematic. Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. That would actually kind of be cool. Oh, we start with Hyde and Gala. He never changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice chatting up with people from back then. Oh, before we get into this, yeah, you know what? This will work. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Lemon. I like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. You know what? Try adding milk to the ingredients you already have. Alright. You know what to do. Okay, so we know it's tea. And now we know it's ginger and milk. I wonder... No, you know what? I'm gonna go with my instinct from last time. I'm gonna guess ginger being the second ingredient. So with that being said, let's try it. I mean, we do have some tries. We can go back. Galahad. That's actually kind of clever. And look, it has a little art on it. That's really cool. Try this. Ginger chai latte. Good to calm, yet warm your nose. You know, it actually sounds pretty good. Oh, and Gala. Veteran. Now working in a hospital. Oh, he was a soldier? Interesting. Thank you. So, wait, kinda serious question? But, werewolves, in their human form, I would assume go to a hospital. But if they're in their werewolf form, and they can't change back for some reason, would they have to go to see a veterinarian? Or I don't know. Because the reason why we take animals to their own specialized doctors is because human and non-human anatomy is drastically different, right? But does that change for werewolves? I don't know. That's interesting. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyatt? Would you like to order anything? Please say yes. Oh, I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounded like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Ugh, those two bastards. It was a pretty sight, so I intervened. Oh, it wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know Kung Fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then, this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So, I hailed a cab. Turns out, he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarfs could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they had ties with the mafia. Jesus. And I might have lost some of money on the street market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I know Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before, hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War vets. I see. Wait, why? So, how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gal? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. Hyde. I'd prefer if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping other people to live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. That's why I chose a hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. Oh, I know. Anyways, Lemon, I'd like to order something now. Yes! What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? Okay. Warm and cool. Well, if we focus on normal tea, we could go mint. Okay, what if we go mint? Mint and ginger? I mean, it's pretty warm and cool. And it looks pretty good. Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. Fuck yeah. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, where's Freya? Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil? Ah, speak of the devil. Ah, hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Oh, is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work for you. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? Oh, how could you tell? Call it, a werewolf senses. Alright. I showed Lemon my draft. And I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. I'm sorry, that's the first time I've actually heard a spring sound, and holy shit, that's actually pretty good. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day writing stuff. Oh. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. There we go. And I did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital adminning life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I had to handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. You know, if you were not in the States, you wouldn't have to worry as much about that. Seeing as you wouldn't have to charge an arm and a fucking leg to your patients. That and government funding for hospitals and healthcare. It's actually pretty great. I also deal with patients and their family. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. You know what it would cost them in a country with, tax-funded healthcare? Not a goddamn dime. Likely, there are some exceptions to my knowledge. Depending on the country, some surgeries you do have to pay for, but it's still a lot cheaper than the States, to my knowledge. Kind of like biz dev for people's lives, and then you could say that. Biz dev, that's business, right? So business development? That would be what a biz dev is, right? At least that's what I assume. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people really talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly. It's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. The patient's personal lives anyways. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep a hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. You. He needs to be a bit less loyal though. Hide. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa! I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Holy. Ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial. Take it. Not interested. What? Why? It's not something I want. Besides, I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises when I'm doing this job. I can't really figure you out. Well, that's Gala for you. Anyways, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you gonna stay high? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yeah? Safe trip. See you around, Lemon. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care on your way. You know, it's kinda hard to believe. Someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story today. So, how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes! Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met at this place back when it was a bar. Cut the black. Whoa! I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze this story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle. Hey, I don't want to talk about all of that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person. That's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talked about it with someone, seek help. Which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me. And not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been working. Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, Bogista. By the way, I didn't get your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name. We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking like, if we don't learn his name, I'm just gonna start calling him Neil. But that's really cool. Part of Los Angeles agency, old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. Mr. Neil. You're a weird fellow, but I like you. Neil. Yes, Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not need to trivialize things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic exploration. I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name is Swaya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hi. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Oh, you're not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all of your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We choose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Oh, the Army Gendru album cover. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let me order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything. Yes. What if I can pour a drink that can make you feel something? Oh, boo. Interesting premise. But we doubt you'll be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. How the fuck are you supposed to do that? Make them feel. what would make them feel like emotions, like a feeling, like what kind of like feeling are we going for? Because we have emotions, we have like an actual like sensation. We have like there's so much that go into like a feeling or feelings that's difficult. Because like for example, nostalgia, nostalgia has a lot to do with like past emotion. Hold up, that's it. Nostalgia. How do we do that? Okay, so he's a star, right? Not a star, but like from the stars, right? So all I can think of is like a milk base. And then what would be the weirdest fucking thing to add? No. Think about this a little more logically. So we have the milk. That's the base for the drink. We need something that would add color to it, right? And the only thing here that would add like a color that's controlled that I can think of is honey. Because think about it, with honey, you could actually like make designs with it, right? I would typically do cinnamon, because what you could do with cinnamon is grind it into a powder and sprinkle it on top, and basically have like a reverse galaxy kind of situation, where the stars are bright and everything around them is dark, and the drink would be very bright, and the quote unquote stars would be very dark. But something doesn't feel right with that, because every drink we've made so far, we have stuck the whole cinnamon stick in, which I don't think would give us the feel we would want. And then with both the lemon and ginger, typically they go in on the sides or in the drink completely, which I feel would ruin the drink. I don't know. I don't think we'd add more honey. The only thing I can really think of is mint. I mean, A's gonna like it either way. Why not? Oh, fuck yeah. You know what? I would never drink that. But actually, you know what? Yeah, I would. I would have a taste of that. Let's see. I hope I got this right. Sweet and cool, just like outer space. And oh, from 0 to 100. It's empty. Of course, Neil wouldn't understand. You're supposed to fill it out. Huh, thank you. What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This... What is it? We have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. Oh, it's done. Thank you so much from all of our kind. I don't know what I did, but I did something right, and I made the spaceman happy. It kind of feels good. Look, favorite character, okay, has to be the spaceman. And it's the little things, just blowing his mind on like small things. And like just him learning about things that like are just, he's just always interesting. And he's always interested in stuff and curious. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be sure with Freya. That was definitely the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You mean you're here to find a date? From all the way from a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars reference. Look, Star Wars just sucks, okay? The only thing interesting about the fucking franchise is the clones. The fucking magical space wizards, not interesting. They're kinda lame. And boring. But I will admit, even though they are boring and kinda suck, and the magic system is not very logical, I will admit how much like focus he put on everything else is actually pretty fascinating. And I do like that aspect of it. You can just dive for hours and hours learning about just random ass stuff in Star Wars, and that is interesting. That's what I like to see. But fuck magical space wizards, god damn, they suck. Wow. It turns out poems exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand, but we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was all mine. If we may ask, why do you have to bleed with us? We're sorry, but that is classified information. That sucks. But we believe it is alright to share with you tonight. Thanks to the eye-opening drink from the barista. Fuck yeah. I owe you this story. So why? Everyone, including us and you, and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves, because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in. We still don't see the relation between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey, you came here to give seeds, so a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. The half-breeds will be half Earthling and half whatever you are. Yes? Assuming that you are some powers that we can't comprehend, you're trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit. You're trying to give us a superhero? Yes, that is what you people call the protector. But why go through all the trouble? It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero. Sadly, it is not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is very complicated on Earth. We have it easier back home due to our nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default, so everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born. That sounds kind of beautiful. And creepy. Why? It sounds like your planet is a giant... Jesus Christ, I can't believe they went there. It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That was a badly chosen word, but it is roughly similar to the truth. Oh, my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. God damn, this could swing two ways, and I don't think that's good. How's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them though? Me? I don't know, what do you think? You're pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decide to go on a date. Or maybe go further, if it got you in a good story. You're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't think I'd like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Well, that's just kind of rude. Please never judge someone on their appearance. That's kind of a dick move. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you're willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner, but in exchange for stories. But I'd only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We heard of those terms before. Let me check them once again. Okay, I will admit, I love the awkwardness that our spaceman Neil brings. It's just kind of funny to see others' reactions to him. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings meet with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. No, that's called monogamy. Commitment is different. So you can be in a polygamous relationship and be committed, or like have commitment to that relationship. And you can be in a monogamous relationship and be committed to that relationship. That's the difference. Monogamy is just one way to look at relationships and one way to enjoy them. But it doesn't work for everyone. But neither does polygamy. There's some people who can do both, but there's some people that can really only do one or the other. And the thing is, some people might get overwhelmed by having to deal with two partners instead of just one. But you might also have communication problems or jealousy problems too, which probably mean you might not be a good fit for polygamy. But with the thing on monogamy's side is you can actually ironically still get overwhelmed by one person. The thing is, it's a different kind of overwhelming, right? In polygamy, it'd be an overwhelming from likely, not always, but trying to have to juggle two people, two or more people, and trying to juggle like the emotions and the affection and love and everything that comes with it, But in polygamy, it takes a lot of commitment in the sense that you need a lot of communication, a lot of ability to share with one or more other people. While over in monogamy, the overwhelmingness you might actually feel is more likely to come from the one person being too much for you. So if you're a quiet, laid-back person and they're more hyper energetic, that might be too overwhelming for you. Or if they're too clingy compared to what you like, that's overwhelming, right? So it can be overwhelming for monogamous too, but it's likely going to be in a different situation. Because imagine having this partner you have that's overwhelming in a monogamous relationship because, let's say, they're a little too clingy. Well, over in a polygamous relationship, they can split their clinginess between two people, which is a lot more manageable, you know? So relationships are complicated. Don't say monogamy is commitment, but polygamous is not. They're both commitment if you're staying faithful to the relationship, because that's how relationships work. That's it. It's just one of those things that I always have bug me a little bit. And I don't know why. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problem? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control over us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least, that's what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case, but Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question from Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating. Boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you start talking about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how do we... Neil, I love you. Please never change. How do we become your boyfriend? You start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now, the path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone who's good at communicating with others. That would be pretty challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process at one evening. So, we talked about using condoms. How does your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink, a condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. Well, not necessarily. If you still have to impregnate the woman through their reproductive tracts, that means you could actually use a female condom, which, yes, it is a difference for anyone who doesn't know. So a male condom goes on the male genitalia, while a female condom goes inside the female genitalia. And I'm gonna say this because everyone should know this. When they tell you not to double up on condoms, it's not just putting 2 male condoms on, it's also putting 2 female condoms on, and even, mind-blowingly, putting a male and female condom on. Also, if you don't know this kind of stuff, you should look it up before having sex, especially if they're one-time hookups, as you don't want to get something you will regret, like an STD or an STI. Oh, sorry, a UTI or an STD. It just sucks. It sucks and it's totally avoidable. Don't be silly. Please do your research. And it's always good to have a second layer of protection. So I would say the condom is one layer. The second layer is actually birth control. And then just in case, you always have plan B. So that is a thing. And then if available in your area, there's always abortions. Because you know what? You should be able to decide how to go about your life. And sometimes waiting to have a kid can actually be beneficial not only for you, but for the kid that you will eventually have, if you do decide to have one. Because you just might not be financially set right now, but in 5 years, you could be, you know? But, you know, the whole thing about sex and protection and pregnancy prevention, that's all very personalized and individualized. So do your research, talk to your primary healthcare provider or your personal care doctor, whatever, and get the information you need and stay safe. That's all I ask. Just do your research, talk to professionals, and stay safe. Anyways, after that conversation, let's get back into it. So, how do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that. We cannot tell you the details unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on a testing object we made. It was proven the mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very complicated. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyways, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with the mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with you all. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. Oh, I miss him already. Him and his awkwardness. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. And they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer org? Wow, I dread to know how that went. It was pretty awkward, but you can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke to her last? Ah, you mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend came in a few days ago. And Freya was pretty nosy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation. Unless it really piques his interest. Or annoys him. I don't really know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. You're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyways, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyways, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. I really liked that episode. That was actually really cool. Amorekka? Wrecked? Amoreketch? I believe? Amoreketch? Yeah. That's... Amorech? Maybe? I'm not sure. I don't... The word, though, is pretty... Yeah, just kind of pretty. I don't know what about the word is pretty, but it just kind of is. At least in the typeface that it's in. Fresh and healthy drink from Morocco. So it's a type of tea. That's interesting. Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Alright, so that must be one of our most awkward and sexually driven episodes, which is interesting. But you know what? I can't help but having fun playing this game and not only just learning about the characters and the perspectives and, like, I guess in Spaceman Neil's case, learning about others' perspectives on him and his naivete on just like Earth culture, I guess. Not only that, but I really just like going off on random tangents, you know? It's really fun for me. I can just go off on a random tangent, talk about stuff I know, or stuff I believe. And I don't know, for me, it's super fun, and I think it's actually quite interesting. It relates to the story, you get more perspective on either me and how I see things, or just general information, sometimes random ass facts. I think it's kind of cool. But, you know, some people can be sticks in the mud. And to be like, oh, just play the game. We don't need all this commentary. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. why don't you just play the game then? But, that's whatever, you know? But you know what? Thank you for tuning into Frequency. This is the Rebel Lemon, signing off. So, good night and sweet nightmares.